Right then, ladies and gents, PTTP is back here in Stevenage doing a revisit. So I'm sure most of you have seen the footage of what happened in Stevenage last time I was here, and we had a PCSO pull out of the car park just here, pulled up, stopped here with the lights on, got out and accosted me there, demanded my name and my ID and all of that. Says that he has the legal authority to demand that if he so sees fit. And yeah, so I was literally just here. This is where it all happened. Just in case you haven't seen it, I'll make sure it gets linked at the end of the video for you. But yeah, chances are that you've seen it. It was got quite a lot of views, that one. So yeah, I thought we'd come back and do a revisit, because I have put in a complaint about that PCSO. I think 6081 was his collar number. Yeah, I have put in a complaint against him, and I also put in a complaint against the two female PCs that accosted me inside the lobby when I tried to complain about the PCSO. So yeah, they've both got complaints and allegations pending. So yeah, I'll keep you updated on the result of that one as and when we get there. So I've said it before, I do like the Hertfordshire constabulary vehicles because they have the Knives Not Lives logo, Lives Not Knives logo on the front of the vehicles, which I am a fan of. Knife crime is something that needs serious address in the United Kingdom, particularly in London. It's quite bad, it's quite prolific, but yeah, definitely something we need to be addressing. So yeah, so it's wait around here and get some vehicles in and out and do what we do. So yeah, as I said last time, the way in is a bit weird. So they've got their entry pad over there, so they pull in that way and then tap there and then have to drive around there to the gate to get in. But it is on a traffic light system with a stop go. So yeah, hopefully we'll get some nice vehicles coming in and out. So this is interesting. This is a Thames Valley vehicle with non-uniformed drivers, which is weird. So I'm not really sure what we got a Thames Valley vehicle doing down here in Stevenage. This is definitely Hertfordshire Constabulary. Yeah, and no indicator merging out. Interesting. There we go. So yeah, we've just had 3 constables sort of walk past there, uniformed, and yeah, we've had plenty of vehicles coming in and out now, and so far no dramas. Yeah, it all seems good. So yeah, it looks like, you know, the message sunk in with them from last time. I'm, you know, almost certain that they would have seen it. I know that at least the professional standards department have seen it, because obviously I sent them the link with the complaint. So I know that it's been viewed by them, and you know, the title of the previous video was quite indicative of where it was, so I'm sure that it would have been looked up and they'll know what's going on by now. So we've got a couple of visitors spots, and then you've got police use only down on this side. See, with this one, it's interesting. I suppose it's not bent around the side of the vehicle too much. So I know some like modded vehicles, they tend to put the license plate more on the side here, or wrapped around, which they're not allowed to do because it needs to be visible for the ANPR cameras. But I think that one will probably be alright, to be honest. Yeah, so interesting. So these are police use only, and here we have a non-conforming number plate. It doesn't have the maker, and it doesn't have the BSAU number on it either. So that's not an okay number plate, which is interesting. So other than that, we've got a couple of others that have raised lettering. So for example, that one there, but it does have the BSAU and the maker down in the bottom right corner of it. That one has the 3D effect print on it, but it does have the maker and the BSAU. And looking at the year of the plate, it was legal when that was printed, and that's fine. Yeah, it's quite interesting that we have that red Audi over there. What is it? It's an Audi A1. With a non-conforming license plate, or registration plate, or reg number, whatever else you want to call it. So yeah, it's a huge car park though, guys. We do have a couple of the riot vans and that there, and there's a lot of unmarked vehicles. We've got that white Fiat there, not even parked in a parking space, which is just odd. I mean, I'm assuming because it's an enclosed area, it's not a public space, so they don't have to park in the bays. That would be more of a policy infringement if they have one, rather than, anything else. So yeah, and they have the inquiry office around that way. So yeah, so far no PCSO that I've seen so far. So what we're going to do now, guys, is go and make a report about that car and a license plate. See if we can get somebody to get that sorted. So there's a couple of people in here at the counter. There we go, so we've got the Chief Inspector and Inspector for Stevenage there, if any of you need them. And as I showed last time, that's the priorities of the local forces. Check their opening hours there. Good afternoon, sir. Just noticed you've got a vehicle out there parked in a police vehicle bay.
Yeah.
With non-conforming reg. It doesn't conform to the DVLA standards.
All right.
So obviously it's something that a member of the public would be pulled over and ticketed for. So I was hoping if you have a constable available, I'd like to speak to a constable and get this dealt with.
Is it a marked vehicle or?
It's an unmarked vehicle, so I believe it's a personal vehicle, but it's parked in the police-only bay outside of the car park.
In this car park or the other car park?
The one just out the front here, so it's not in the fenced-off car park. It's in the outside area.
Public's car, so
Pardon?
it might be a member of the public's car.
Well, it's parked in a police-only reserved bay.
Members of the public can't here, so.
Well, either way, it needs to be dealt with.
What's the reg number?
It begins with D22, I think, or DV22. Yeah. It's got a 3D effect print on it. And it's a red Audi A1.
Again, he got punished. All the time he gets punished, nothing ever gets done.
So obviously that needs to be dealt with, next time I'm here or one of my colleagues is here, we'll be checking if it has been dealt with. Yeah, because obviously if it is a police vehicle, obviously police only parking bays, then it's not okay, because the idea is if a member of the public would be pulled over and ticketed for it, the police shouldn't be getting away with it either,
The thing is, with that small car park at the front,
yes.
It's a case of the members of the public do use that,
Yeah.
even though it does say police use only.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. Yeah, I'm sure they do.
I'll let the sergeant know.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you very much. There was one other thing. No, I can't remember what that was now. If I remember it, I'll pop back first. Thank you.
I'll let the sergeant.
Cheers. Thank you.
If not, then I'm going to get the whole shit out.
There we go, guys. So, same gentleman that I made a complaint to last time. And there was no issues with the fact that I was recording this time. He just took the complaint as should. And that was it. But yeah, so what he was saying, I don't know if you could hear him from behind the screen, he was saying that, members of the public do park there, even though it does say police parking only. So it is possible that it could be a member of the public's car rather than a police vehicle. But there's also the possibility that it is a police vehicle, police personal car. But who knows? So we've just had that Karen walk through the gate who pointed at me and has just reported me to the marked vehicle. So she's literally there now, letting the marked vehicle know that I'm stood here taking photos and whatnot. So we'll see how this turns out. Hopefully what they're telling her is, well, there's absolutely nothing we can do about it. Don't worry. there we have it, guys. That is one more force, or one more station, should I say, that appears to have learnt, you know, and nobody's saying that what we're doing is going to make the most huge ripples and affect wide-scale change, but if we can just make difference, you know, one station at a time, one copper at a time, it's better than nothing. So yeah, happy days. So yeah, I'm going to wrap that one up. Looks like that marked vehicle just that Karen reported me to is just pulling around, just pulled around there. It's not going to make an issue, and that will be it. So doesn't look like they're coming back out. There we go, guys. So, huge win for PTTP there, I believe. You know, had a bad interaction last time, made the complaints that needed to be made, held them accountable, and it looks like the message has been circulated and passed on. So, all in all, happy days, and I'm going to move on. Right then, so I was planning on doing this one, but I was planning on doing it after like on the last one on the way back, but didn't realise the building was literally right here, so we're going to go check it out whilst we're walking past anyway. And hopefully we can get to some sort of viewpoint that shows you what it is that I'm looking at. When we get there, I'll tell you a bit about why I'm doing it. So this one was actually the reason for coming to Stevenage today. And yeah, it does look like yes, it does look like it's all private property, no public right of access. So this is why we're here, guys. We're here to have a look at Sodexo. And I'm sure some of you know a little bit about Sodexo and the fact that they do, you know, they run I think 4 or 5 prisons in the UK. But I was doing some reading about the company, and it's a bit more than that. They have a history of ethical ambiguity. They're a French company based in Paris, it's their headquarters, I believe, and they supply a lot of food and catering to institutions as well. They do schools, prisons, higher education institutions like universities and colleges and all these different things. But they are also the company that were responsible for the horse meat scandal back in, or whatever that was, 2000 and whatever. Can't remember off the top of my head now. So yeah, they're a company that that have a long-standing history of ethical ambiguity, and it's so obviously it's quite interesting that our government contracts out 5 prisons for them to run. Now, I did watch a video recently by DJ Audits, who went to HMP Peterborough, which is one of the Sodexo prisons, and in that time, while he was there, he actually chatted to a prisoner that was coming out, and he had good things to say about the Sodexo prison compared to a government-run prison. So yeah, so this is where I've come today, just to show you a little bit about that, really, and highlight the information found with regards to the company and the fact that they do so flagrantly, dodge ethical boundaries and do some very weird and strange things. Like substituting horse meat for chicken and other strange and other things. But yeah, so just got some people over there in the footwell there. I'm not really sure what's going on. There's a lot of arm movement, I'm not sure if that's a happy discussion or not. Yeah. So yeah, this is the building that it's based in. It's called Solar House, and also in the building is a company called JCA, which admittedly I don't know anything about. Go. You delivering to Sodexo?
Picking up.
You're picking up? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Just checking. Don't want any more horse meat being dropped off to them.
No.
You know the horse meat scandal that happened years ago?
No.
You must remember, 2008, I think it was. There's a horse meat scandal. Loads of ready meals and stuff were found with horse meat in it.
Yeah,
you remember
I
that?
do remember.
That's Sodexo, mate. That's Sodexo. How bad is that? That's why I'm here, just to cover a little bit of a story.
Really?
Yeah. That and they run 5 of our prisons in the UK. They're a French company that run 5 of our prisons.
I know exactly where they, because I'm Hungarian, by the way.
No, okay.
They kicked out them from the country. They said even if they're going to take us to court, we're not going to use them anymore.
What, in Hungary?
Yeah.
Good. Don't blame me, mate. Don't blame me.
They went to court. They paid €2 billion just to get them out.
Yeah, nice. Awesome. Good. There we go, guys. So that's how bad Sodexo are. That even an entire country, Hungary, took them to court to get them out of the country because they didn't want them operating in their country at all. So. So what we'd like to think now, guys, is that you know, the Sodexo are under much higher scrutiny than they ever were before, and that they are being held accountable for these things. I haven't actually read any inspection reports for a Sodexo-run prison, but I do plan on going up to Peterborough at some point and checking it out, at which point obviously I will read the report before I go and tell you a bit about it, and I'll tell you how I think it compares to government-run prisons. But yeah, so it doesn't seem like they've really got any security or anything as such here. And nobody's come to confront. But yeah, I still find it strange that our government contract out our prisons to a company that do have a long-standing history of this ethical ambiguity. And quite frankly, not even ambiguity, it's just ethical wrongness. So also there are reports of Sodexo being anti-union and pressuring their staff not to unionise, which is, you know, your right as a worker to be part of a union. It's you're not allowed to be discriminated against for joining a union or taking part in union action. So yeah, what I might do is I know it says no public right of access and all that, so yeah, alright, I'm trespassing. It's a civil matter, you know, but yeah, I'm just going to check out the rest of the building and have a little walk around, really. Probably do a full lap of the building. Yeah, so this is still in Stevenage, by the way. Don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning of the video or not. But yeah, so we're just going to have a little walk around the building. So just over the other side there, that is Stevenage Police Station. So we're just the other side of the railway tracks, the train tracks. I do notice that though they don't have any electric vehicle charging points, which is quite strange, I would say, for a company this size. Here we go, so here's a bit about JCA. They are a design, build and maintenance company. They do engineering projects, service and maintenance, interior fit out and professional services. Oh, as I was saying that, the professional services is on a bit of a wonk there. We have the sign, did the sign writing for that van. Not very good. There we go, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap that one up there. That is Sodexo. Be sure to drop a comment, give a like, share it to your friends, and until the next one, guys, which will probably be in a few minutes when I get there. Start up.